Everybody, it's the Victus. Time another you run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Friday, Mosh Pit. You all made it here to the weekend, and I'm glad you did, and I'm glad I did too. Okay, we have Delta 3 Tango Sierra X-Ray Juliet 8 Juliet. We've got some eyes, let me tell you that. First off, starting off with the mucormycosis, which does that, essentially. You all know what the spore shot is, but in case you don't, it gives you a spore shot that attaches to enemies that will explode eventually, and they will poison, and also the spores will spread to nearby other enemies, and it does a pretty decent amount of damage, I would say. The poison doesn't last very long, but you know, it's great for if you have like really if you're just being inundated with a lot of really small mobs. Oh wow, nice. You can deal with them. You got to be careful though with the detonation. You just saw the spores just spread right there amongst all the fat spiders. You got to be careful though, because obviously you can't control whenever they do actually detonate. So if you're trying to control your damage, it can be a little bit cumbersome. Or if you have stuff like Death's List, or you just don't want to detonate a bomb fly next to you, it's definitely something to be aware of. But for the most part, mucormycosis is fine. I don't really see, it doesn't register in the this is a problematic item category for me anyway. Take a bomba here to the keeper. No soul hearts to speak of, but I am happy that we have a just infinitely better active item than the D8. The D8 used to be one of my favorites, and now it's not. I fell out of love with the D8 many years ago after it screwed me one too many times in the regular Isaac runs of it was like, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. Isn't it crazy you can even say that and we'd still be in the repentance era? It's like, it's the longevity of Isaac truly is just an anomaly of gaming. Yeah, stud finder. I mean, we might be able to find a crawl space, but I doubt it. It does increase the amount of chances for you to find one, I believe. Yeah, so you saw there I had to get the heck out of Dodge as the mucormycosis spores were about to explode, and they don't insta kill everything, but they do deal a significant amount of damage if you stack them up like this. But on their own, they don't do that much damage if you don't factor in the poison damage, but it does, however, add up over time, especially on big bosses. It can be a very big help there. Got a bomba. We could check for the super secret room here. It might be there. It is not. With 5 bombs, though, going up against Blighted Ovum, this should be okay. Ideally, we would want to place it next to the bomb rock that was there, but it's okay. We got him down, and we'll head on to zone. We got last week's question of the episode coming in from the You Haven't Seen This Combo Yet episode, which is a very fun run. This one coming in from Mr. Segudro 76, who said, question of the episode, would you be able to beat the 3-item challenge with Sumptorium, Little Chad, and Sacred Heart? That's an interesting one, for sure. I don't know how I would feel about Sumptorium and Little Chad, because C. Dizzle, however, he is good, obviously. But he does not give you, in my opinion, he doesn't give you as much of a regular payout as that would deem necessary for a run for Sumptorium. Now, will it work? Yeah, it will work. I'd have to be very, very cautious, as always, with a run like that. But that being said, I think that it would be a pretty powerful run. Could I do it? Maybe. I'll put that as a maybe. That'd have to be one of those let's try it and see type deals. Maybe I like Street Goal. So this death card here, which I do plan on using inside of one of the big rooms. I was prepared to use it in that room, obviously. So, but we get a massive Tears upgrade here with Cricket's body, and that's actually going to help us out fairly well with mucormycosis and getting multiple spores shot out. Now, I didn't use the death card here because I saw this third XL room on this floor, and that was more than enough for me to just wait. We can handle some Ministros and a couple of Claudies. Yeah. Yeah, no way. I would much rather fight what we fought than fight these. The Cricket's body gives us a big Tears upgrade, and also the splash shot, as you see right here. You do have to be careful of the Isaac jostling with the clown physics, but it can and will raise the Tears cap by quite a lot, and it's almost always worth it. You do have to be careful sometimes, especially if your movement speed's not great, which it isn't right now. Get a golden key, which is not going to golden matter, but it's nice to golden have it as we get some over here from the full golds. Get some of that there full gold. Okay, so it's just a long, winding Rayquaza-esque type map here. Super Secret Room is going to be here, and that's a big bone heart. It is worth going all the way back and filling the bone heart because we do not want to lose it. This is the difference between taking multiple Devil Deal items and just taking one, being on 1 HP. Actually, it would be a half heart HP, so yeah, this is a pretty big bone heart. So knowing where the Super Secret Room was, pivotal here in this early going stage, and learning how to find where they are. You can ask questions. There's diagrams. You can watch the videos. Obviously, I try to explain where they are every single time. The Super Secret Room can only be adjacent to one and only one room. The regular Secret Room can be adjacent up to 2 or more unless the map is really, really wonky and it makes it adjacent to 1 as well. So you can't always go off the rules for the regular Secret Room, but what is absolute is the Super Secret Room. It cannot and will not vary no matter what map you're on. It will always, always, always be only adjacent to 1 and only 1 room. This is the largest second floor I think I have ever seen. Not an XL floor, by the way. That is, I mean, it's floor 2 game. Like that is, I don't think I've seen a bigger second floor. I really don't. We're gonna get most of the spider damage in there. Look at Mucormycosis go off, spreading the poison, getting the detonation damage. No problem at all. So we get another shot speed upgrade, which I actually don't want and I'm not going to take, even though it is a black soul heart for the Devil Deal in range. Our shot speed's already way too high. Cammy Conception, I guess I'll take Money Equals Power because I do not want to be stuck with Angel Deals. We got to get some moolah though. This room is very easy to take damage in, so we're holding on to this half black soul heart for dear life, and that's the only protection that we have for a bone heart. I also feel like the sound effects for Isaac are way too low. Maybe I'm just going deaf. Shout out to Chaos, or not Chaos, but 8 Happy Bunny, who reached day 187 on their Hell Yeah Brother streak. Kamakiri is a bean for the Kama Cloudy streak day 985. That is a real streak too, by the way. That's not someone just saying, "Oh, I've got 900." No, that is a real streak. Verifiable in the comments. All right, you will not find many channels that have the streaks that we do here. It's funny, the other day there's a member of the Mosh Pit, YouTube Mosh Pit, named Paragon, who for the first time ever since following me on Twitch spoke for the first time in chat. And we looked at it, and they were following my channel for 10 years, 6 months, 17 days, and some odd hours before they said the first thing in chat. And that, again, that is not made up. That is verifiable. And it just shows you how fast time goes and how long I've been doing this. Is that we can have people from all over the world who followed me for a decade and have just been an ultra lurker on Twitch. Although to be fair, they did say that they hadn't watched much Twitch because they usually just are a YouTube watcher. But besides the point of that, though, it's still 10 and a half years of lurker status is unreal. You just don't hear about that kind of thing. I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I went down there, I knew that was going to happen. We lose that half soul heart. This should be the super secret room here. We get it back, so thank you, game. How about some how about no more no more shot speed? How about that? We are going to be able to get a bomb upgrade from the bomb beggar, which is good. I really don't remember the last time we made boss rush, so I'd like to. Compass is certainly going to help us out with navigation and saving time. I'd like to pick up a soul heart here. A blanket is okay. It is a soul heart. But not the end all be all. And this could be an ancient, or no, chaos card. Speaking of chaos. Okay. We can use the chaos card to take out the boss real quick, and then we can turn around and go use the golden bomb in the bomb beggar. Or we'll just get a regular old luck upgrade. I will take Brimstone. Brimstone Mucor Mycosis is great. And this is also further enhanced by the fact that we have Cricket's body, which is now going to give us a splash shot on our Brimstone. And yes, it does actually matter. Okay. We got some Brimstone now. We still need damage though. Our damage is kind of not great, but with Brimstone, obviously it's a little bit shielded. You thinking that I'm in the other room? Apparently, I forgot a vault in last week's episode too. I honestly don't remember that. I only remember how much fun the synergy was. And right after picking up the compass, we get Curse of the Lost. As predictable as the day is long, and yet there's still some people out there that deny any sort of troll engine that exists in this game. To those people, I say, how do you put your shoes on? Do you tie them yourselves? Do you have someone else help you for that? We need some insight here. Super secret room should be up here. It's not. A little bit surprising there. We'll get the map compass, and I'm not even gonna try to explore here. We get full mapping. Now, let's just see how long it takes us before we finally get a map that we can see. See there, even though our damage looked okay, that was because it was being boosted by money equals power. Our true damage is much lower. There you go. So down goes Rag Mega. Get Tears upgrade, which is nice. Shot speed does not matter. Although the game is just hell-bent on giving me shot speed, even when we don't need it. Or it doesn't affect us. Did we get shot by that fire down there? I didn't even see what hit me there. I know it wasn't Brimstone. And just because we got mapping, I'm just gonna head on down. I'm gonna skip. I know I'm skipping an item room. I'm fully aware of that, but I'm gonna try to prioritize boss rush, and we're gonna get it because we get immediately into a Curse of the XL. All right. So we need to get some money here if we are not going to get any more damage upgrades other than the stapler. We gotta start looking at the long term here. Now, of course, we're not in trouble right now anyway. Absolutely take an Eternal Heart. Also, a Cardio Coin should help out a little bit with damage. But we can't go fight the bosses yet because we don't have a way of getting out of Boss Rush. Now, could we do Boss Rush? We probably could, but it'd be pretty painful with this damage. We need something more significant. Even with Brimstone scaling, it's not enough to really just punch through all those bosses like they were just nothing. We can do the first boss, I guess, if we really wanted to. But right now, coins and finding the Fool card are the priority here, and we found it. See there, we need movement speed, man. This is like piloting a bus that has 4 elephants and a T-Rex on it. That's why I said piloting a bus. Get an active item from Fallen. And let's see if the Boss Rush can do anything better than that. We could have taken, and we still can take the Book of Sin, obviously, because I'm taking this for damage. Because we have the that would help us out with Money Equals Power. So we get the Pact, we get our damage, we get Guppy's Tail, and we get a whole lot of nothing in here. Might be one of the worst boss rushes I've ever seen. I'm honestly just not even going to take anything. It's insulting to look at, to be honest. Our biggest enemy right now is going to be the lack of movement speed. So, and with us getting essentially nothing on the boss, either boss, that's going to be problematic. Especially since we just got an XL floor. Because that is potentially so much more HP that we're losing out on by going into the shop. Potentially secret rooms that we're missing out on that we could have had, a potential devil deal that we could have gotten Guppy on. I mean, the downsides of XL floors have been fully categorized and talked about, discussed here for years. And I'll never, ever change my position on that. They're really, really, really bad for your runs, so... I was hoping that we get Luna or something like that, but that's not in the cards either, so... Evil Eye has literally... I'm insulted by this entire floor, if I'm honest. And the fun part is that we have to go all the way down here now to get to the other item room next to the shop, but thankfully there is a little bit of a shortcut. And the secret room might be there. There's a tinted rock in this room as well. And it didn't give us a soul heart. This is the bad angle. I don't like it. When they both start approaching at that angle, you're going to get hit, unless you have flying, which we do not. Okay, at least there's not a greed fight inside of the shop. We know that because we just fought greed. But this is not good with this movement speed. And there's no soul hearts inside of the shop. Buying Sharp Key just so we have 5 extra keys so we can open up Guppy's Tail. And we get Fast Bombs, which I guess I'll take with Fast Bombs. We still have the Soul of the Lost now, which will hopefully get us a Devil Deal. But at this point... I'm not worried about devil deals. I'm worried about survivability here. And this XL floor absolutely was perfect. Is a perfect representation of why they are so bad for your runs. We got nothing. On this floor, we got absolutely nothing. We did get a random chest with a damage upgrade, but that has nothing to do with the XL floor. We did get a devil deal, but that has nothing to do with the XL floor. In terms of shops, in terms of items from the item rooms, we got absolutely nothing. including the boss rooms too. I am gonna begrudgingly take the Book of Sin because we need to try to get some soul hearts here. But this ain't a good situation. Our only saving grace is that we have full mapping and brimstone. So here's to hoping that the Book of Sin can hook us up with some quality soul heart drops. It can. Also some good tarot cards, something like that would be nice. Just trying to get one charge here on the Book of Sin. Go, and there we go. Okay. That one soul heart was more than we got for the entire 2 floors. I'm very happy that we also have the blanket. We get Squeezy, which is going to give us 2 more soul hearts, so I'm fine with that. No devil deal. First rooms are now officially off the table. Nice elimination there by the spider. Tinted rock in here. There usually is one on... It's usually on the right side, so... Okay, we do get a soul heart. And talk about controlling your outgoing damage. That room right there is one of the prime examples of that. Almost got stuck on that corner there. That's how bad our movement speed is. We've got to get something more. I'm gonna take this vault here, and it was a not great vault as they usually are, but we did get some coins, which will give us a slight damage upgrade. And this is gonna give us a fire rate upgrade. It's not giving us, I guess, yeah. Surprised it's not giving us movement speed though. So we have the 100% deal with the devil chance now. And we are going to absolutely need the Soul of the Lost. Now imagine this run without Brimstone. That is not an existence that I want to imagine. Yeah, we got some more money, which is more damage. And let's see if we can eke out something interesting here with the Soul of the Lost. Now, the Soul of the Lost is only going to allow us to take 1 Devil Deal item, and that is it. You're seeing the scaling here coming in from Lump of Coal and Brimstone is fantastic. Knife Stone would go pretty hard here. We can actually get Leviathan. Okay, so what we want to get Leviathan first. I'm going to hold on to the nail. I'm going to take Mom's knife, and then I'm going to grab Abba Dabba Ding Dong for more damage. Yeah. That was a miracle devil deal right there. Okay. So we don't have Guppy, but we can breathe a little easier now with Leviathan giving us flying, and it's arguably the second best transformation you can get. Maybe behind Beelzebub, it's hard to tell for me. Leviathan at least gives you a ton of HP when you get it. Beelzebub gives you flying and also, of course, the Charmed Flies, which invariably could save you a lot of HP, a lot more than 3 hits, by the flies being just not aggro to you. So that's more of a speculative gain than what we actually see here, which is just an actual gain of 3 soul hearts. Receiver might be here. Secret room might be here. Regular secret room. It is. Got plenty of bombs. We should definitely hit up that blue fire in this room here. And the nail, of course, is going to give us a half soul heart as well as a damage upgrade and movement speed down, but also gives us the stompy effect. I watched that one go right for me. And I chose to respond by doing nothing. So Knife Stone doing very well. If you're wondering how I'm doing the pulse fire, this whole thing, you just tap. All you gotta do is tap on the keyboard or the controller. All right, let's see if we have anything. That's 2 Guppy items. So Athame could be pretty big. I'll take Athame. It's not possible for us to take Guppy's tail. It's just too much of a risk right now. I don't know how this is going to work. I think it's just a massive, yeah, it's just a big damage upgrade for Mom's Knife. Bone Spurs, sure. Camo Undies is going to give us some movement speed, thankfully. Yeah, that is some massive damage now that we're doing. Birdcage is kind of whatever, but it's great to have you on the team. Okay. Thinking shears are good, but not better than the nail here. And I don't think that we're going to need any activation of the nail on the lamb. They should get pretty jolly well mollywopped here. There we go. Of course we're going to do a victory lap. Come on now. The first of the month. Well, first victory lap of the month. Second seed, Sierra Juliet 9-7, Bravo Charlie, Golf Sierra. There's not really a reason for us to go into a curse room right now. Yes, we could look for Guppy, but we don't have the luxury of tons of soul hearts right now. Prayer card could be interesting now. I think I am going to take the prayer card over the nail. We really don't need the nail. Although it does give us a drip feed of soul hearts. The prayer card, however, gives us the benefit of having permanent HP ups with the eternal hearts. There we go. There's no reason for us to buy the soul heart, the battery there. If I really, really, really wanted to min-max, I could go back and get the nail and buy it there to get a half soul heart, but we don't need to go that far. If you want to do that, by all means, but it's unnecessary for us. We get a range upgrade, which is nice for Mom's Knife. Even though we have Brimstone, the regular knife attack still does work. And now all of a sudden we're flush with HP. Which reminds me of the song Flush by Planet Ridiculon from the Mugenics soundtrack. The Mugenics soundtrack is already an all-timer. It's going to go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest soundtrack ever written for a video game. Ed recently announced the vinyl release of the soundtrack, which has been very hotly anticipated, and I did have to pick up. I picked up one of the limited edition ones, and then also one signed by Ed. I'm gonna send it to Matthias to see if he and John could sign it for me, though. A soul converter. This is going to drop our damage a little bit, but we're taking a little bit of a shortcut there for a third HP container. And we are going to finally get a movement speed upgrade. I will take starter deck as well. The half price key. We got Ancient Recall, which gave us a prayer card use, which I probably will honestly use. Reverse Hermit card. We can turn that into money, get our money back there. The Reverse Hermit card, by the way, will take everything in the ground as well as on the ground and everything on top of an item pedestal and convert it into its monetary value, or at least what the game approximates its monetary value is. We're just going to get a whole bunch of HP here. Fine by me. It's showing the importance of super secret rooms. Yeah. And now we got plenty of HP to go check out some cursed rooms here. This one's going to pay for itself if we decide to come back in, which I won't. Fun card. Doesn't really do anything for us except show the location of the secret room, which is what you see right there. We really don't have to we don't really have to. If we get Guppy, that's fine. But Knife Stone on its own is perfectly serviceable as a hard carry combo. Scam box we don't care about. I could bomb this for more money though, and also for an increased chance for the devil deal, obviously. We're just cruising here on a Friday. As always, everyone, more and more people have been stopping by on Fridays for Pokemon breaks. Even if they're not buying anything, they're just enjoying the show and festivities. We had a lot of fun last week, and we'll most likely have fun tonight as well. You can check it out over at twitch.tv/Invicta starting at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And, of course, if you want to pick up some packs, which you are more than welcome to do, you can go over to Sinvicta.tv. And that is where everyone orders. That's where all the breaks are going to do. We do group breaks on there. I do sell stacks of bulk, but probably not for much longer because Pokemon it's getting to the point now where even bulk has more value sold individually than by the pound, which is essentially how I was selling it beforehand. Or by the 100 stacks of 100, I mean. Come on by, we'd love to see you. Another tiers upgrade, which we are. Yeah, Haemolacria and Brimstone absolutely decimate our tiers rate. Not that we need it though, because obviously we're just tap firing, so it supersedes any tiers issues that we might have. At least we're getting our keys back. We're only one away from Guppy, and if I had taken Guppy's paw, obviously we would have had Guppy by now, but hindsight's always 20/20. That could be a ton of HP right there if we took the battery pack, but we just simply don't need it. I'd rather have the damage up that we're getting with the scaling from Brimstone and Lump of Coal, and Mom's Knife too. That's something else you gotta remember. We're getting that all-important scaling from every single one of our main attacks. Look at that. That's ultimately where you want to be. Yeah, you know, I'll take multi-dimensional baby. Why not? Why not? I don't think we're going to. Oh, it was a Rotten Heart. That's why. Huh, okay, we got more damage for the damage god, up to 31 damage now. And this run, oh, another XL floor. How convenient, game. We're gonna make him complain more about XL floors. I'm done complaining about him. Everyone knows how bad you are, game. So it's whatever. You're ultimately you're the one who looks like a fool. There we go. Seagram's should be south of here. There's a very, very, very high percentage wall. Pick out the keeper with the camo undies, and we get small rock, which I will take. We went from going way too slow to now way too fast. Even at 1.93, it's still too fast to get the whole sliding thing going on. I'm honestly shocked that it's not a greed fight. Excuse me? Thank you. Let's see. Hangman and Hermit card. Maybe we could take blank card. Could take blank card for some Hermit card shenanigans. Full card back here. I went the wrong way, but we can at least go into we can go into the first room for free now and get out of there. Yeah, Joe, free card. Credit card now. Hang on now. Hang on now. Hang on a second. The reason why I would want to go with a Hermit card. Oh my gosh. What's happening? No. The Ultra Secret Room would not be over here. And honestly, I'm not gonna go find out. The reason why I would go with a Hermit card over the Fool card is because the Fool card will always take you back to the first room of the level. Everyone knows that. But a Hermit card, if there's no shop present, will take you to random rooms on the level. So it's a soft teleport meta. But it can sometimes save you time. Get another Tears Cat breaking item here. Didn't break it by that much, though. Only 1/100th of a point. Get a static item. So yeah, this was the XL floors have just totally wrecked this. Any progression we would have hoped for in the depths have been destroyed by the XL floors. So we can go hit. Okay. Not ideal. Then we can go hit. Okay. It's the same room game. So how about we try a different part of the map now? Sound good? Hit. Different part of the map, but not the right part of the map. We can go hit. Okay, we've already been to the side game, don't worry. We'll get through this. Then we can go hit. Okay, it's the same room game. We've already been over this whole rigmarole. We can go in the curse room here. And we can go hit. Hey, look at that. 5 bad rolls to be outshined by 1 good roll. And that's teleport meta, baby. We get Guppy here. But we won't. And movement speed upgrade, which I will take. And we do get Guppy. Well, well, well. Look who's wrong again. Now, I could have and probably should have used the credit card. But who's got that kind of time? Plus, we would have lost that HP anyway with 9 lives, so sue me. Then we can go. Huh. Not the best here, Hermit Card. Let's try again here. Take a slight detour. Huh. Okay, we were going this way before, Hermit Card, but give you another chance here. Huh. Okay, well, could have just walked at this pace here, game, but you're trying, and that's the you're failing, but you're at least trying, and that's more than me and your mother could say for your sibling in this family. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. We can take the dice shard. The credit card is basically useless at this point, so at least we can get a reroll. But what a good Friday run, man. It always feels good after you get one of those type of runs where it's just like, ugh. Followed off by a very powerful run that we honestly just didn't even have to play all that hard here. It was good that we got Brimstone, obviously. But Mucormycosis was really the all-star at the beginning, and continued we just kept pressing that momentum. And the stats eventually fell into place for us. There we go. Definitely need to get that key. Great block by Guppy's hairball, by the way. If you're wondering why everything is slowed down, by the way, that is because of the stopwatch that we picked up in the shop. That does slow down all enemies, including their attacks, which is real good. Used to be considered almost too powerful because it made the game a little too easy for some people. And get Twanky. We might as well just take Lost Contact as well. It does drop our damage by a little bit. Dice Shard does not work with the blank cards, you see right there. Oh my gosh. Athame, good lord. Chill, brother. He's already dead. Guppy's tail just going ham too. We get Deadeye. Man, that would have been nice without Mom's Knife and Brimstone. My god! Okay. Okay, Hermit Card, you're way wrong direction here, Pimpin'. Try to go into a different direction now. How about that? Sound good? Okay. Yeah, well, it's a different direction, but we need to go further towards the boss. If you did something like this. Huh. Hey, look at that teleport meta, baby. We gained a slight amount of distance towards the direction that we should have just been walking in the first place. Of course, I'm being facetious, though. I do love teleport meta. Another thing that it just makes me happy when we can play just a different way. Blue Baby's going to get absolutely stomped here, and that is an absolute beatdown of the game on a Friday, everybody. Thank you very much. Happy April 3rd. I hope you all had a great start to your Fridays and your weekends. Like I said, come on by the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Invicta. Check out our Pokemon breaks. It'll be happening at 6 p.m. Central tonight over there. Come by and say hi, enjoy the festivities, and of course, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and hyping the video. Use those hype points. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Joseph Percy, Bob, Newborn God, and Nicholas. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.